mornings on your number one favorite station, Cool FM.
Lahat ng drama, tawanan, balita at all-time favorite music hits. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Live from Cool Studios, this is koolNews at noon.
Okay, there we go. All right. Good afternoon, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is Cool News at noon. I am Cairo, and we are live on Cool FM and News 11. Let's begin with our headlines. The Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, PCCI, the country's biggest business group, on Monday expressed its opposition to the 200 pesos legislated wage hike being pushed in Congress, marking the latest blowback from the private sector after the Employers' Confederation of the Philippines earlier objected to the proposal. This developed as the House of Representatives on Monday night approved on second reading the measure providing a 200 pesos daily increase for minimum wage earners in the private sector. The draft bill previously approved by the House Committee on Labor and Employment, entitled 200 pesos daily across the board wage increase act, was amended to indicate that the increase was only for low-income earners in the private sector. Lawmakers approved through viva voce voting during plenary session House Bill number 11376, or the proposed wage hike for minimum wage workers act. It would exempt barangay bank of business enterprises and retail or service establishments regularly employing not more than 10 workers, as well as establishments adversely affected by natural calamities or human-induced disasters to apply for exemption. For its part, the PCCI said it viewed the measure with much concern and urged lawmakers to leave it up to the regional wage boards to determine wage adjustments. A blanket national minimum wage does not take into account the differences in the cost of living across regions, as well as the unique needs of businesses based on specific industry, location, and type of labor, the PCCI President Yunina Mangkio said in the statement. Cities have higher costs of living versus rural areas. Illustrating a single wage for all areas can harm businesses in lower cost regions and remove the flexibility of the RWBs to set wages that are aligned with the situation in their local areas, she pointed out. Mangkio added that a blanket minimum wage increase could lead to business inefficiency and stagnation. The PCCI official noted that while the wage hike may seem like a step towards improving the livelihood of workers, it could also lead to higher labor costs, particularly for micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. MSMEs are already operating on tight margins. The mandated wage hike will force these small enterprises to shoulder higher payroll expenses, Mangkio said. For some businesses, particularly those in low-margin industries like retail, hospitality, and agri-food, the wage increase will force them to pass on the cost to consumers, she added. Meanwhile, the trust enjoyed by President Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte has continued to decline in recent months, according to the latest social weather station survey. Commissioned and released by TVH Group on Monday, the social weather station survey showed that the country's two highest government officials started the year on equal footing, with Marcos scoring a 50% much trust rating, while Duterte scored a 49% much trust rating. The results of the survey conducted from January 17 to January 20 also showed that the trust ratings of the president had been declining since last year. From 64% in July 2024, it went down to 57% in September 2024, before further sliding to 54% in December 2024. In the latest survey, the trust rating of Marcos was the highest in Luzon outside of Manila with 60%, followed by Metro Manila with 52%, Visayas with 44%, and Mindanao with 37%. Duterte's trust ratings have also been on a downward slide since last year. From 64% in July 2024, it dropped to 55% in September 2024, then further down to 52% in December 2024. In the latest survey, the trust rating for Duterte was highest in Mindanao with 78%, followed by Visayas with 55%, Metro Manila 36%, and Luzon outside of Manila 33%. The survey had 1,800 respondents nationwide and a margin of error of plus or minus 2%. Meanwhile, the Philippine National Police in the Calabarzon region arrested 61 individuals who allegedly violated the nationwide gun ban imposed for the upcoming May elections. In the report on Monday, Police Brigadier General Paul Kenneth Lucas, Police Regional Office 4A Chief, said cops across the region confiscated 60 assorted firearms from ban violators from January 12 to February 2. The gun ban started at the beginning of the official election period on January 12 and will end on June 11 to ensure peace and order and lessen gun-related violence in light of the midterm polls this May. Any gun permit to carry firearms outside of residence, letter orders, and mission orders is suspended during this period. The PRO-4A reported that 3,138 gun holders surrendered their firearms from September 25, 2024 to January 31, 2025. The police in the 5 provinces confiscated 414 assorted firearms and arrested 313 individuals involved in illegal firearms activities during the same period. And a resolution asking the Senate to look into the alarming spike in cases of online sexual abuse and exploitation of children has been filed. Resolution number 1307 is calling for an investigation of the proliferation of OSAEC criminal networks using online chat platforms. In filing the proposal, Senate Deputy Minority Leader Risa Hontiveros cited the Web Connect's report, which said thousands of Filipino minors were reportedly victimized or involved in OSAEC's related criminal activities in chat platforms. Hontiveros' resolution reads, according to the report, the team identified more than 100 private channels dedicated to illicit digital content, with the largest channel boasting over 100,000 members and implementing more than 40,000 digital files such as videos and photos. Transactions were primarily conducted through e-wallets, particularly GCash, with mobile accounts and disposable digital wallets used to obscure the money trail, it adds. According to Hontiveros, the report also documented cases of parents being complicit in the trafficking of the children. The opposition senator emphasized the need to probe the matter because despite the passage of Republic Act No. 11930, the advent of emerging technologies, the transnational nature of some OSAEC-related transactions, and the growth of underground digital financial systems have made it challenging for law enforcers to detect the crimes and go after the offenders. Later on koolNews at noon, China denies hacking phone of Philippine envoy to United States. Seized SIM cards in January 2025 more than double 2024 total, according to PNP. Orthopedic surgeon Edwin Mercado is the new PhilHealth president and CEO. In the business side, Bangko Sentro ng Pilipinas approves relief for banks in typhoon-hit areas. Trump halts Canada and Mexico trips after last-ditch talks. In international headlines, a long road of rebuilding at the fire-ravaged Los Angeles. UFO fans increasingly becoming active in Japan. And in entertainment, Barbie Hisu was remembered by Meteor Garden co-stars Jerry Yan and Kenju. It is now 12:11 p.m. and we will return after the short break.
This koolNews edition was brought to you by QBA Telecom's all-new Arena Saya 30. Now with 10 gigabytes access to Mobile Legends, PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, Wild Rift, Cookie Run Kingdom, and Clash Royale for 7 days. QBA Telecom, connecting every Filipino story. MX3 Natural Supplements, verified with Alpha, Beta, and Gamma Mangosteen. MX3, tunay, natural at original. Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan. B. Mulumi Power Race, ang patuka ng masa. Tender Josie, #1 hotdog, walang katulad. And Katips Hotdog, amoy na amoy ang sarap, kids can tell. Ang paboritong evening tambayan ng bawat kalamaw. Napapakinggan na sa radyo, masaya pa sa telebisyon. Tuloy-tuloy ang kasiyahan sa tuwing 9:30 p.m.
Ito ang Tulog Ka!
With Geometric, tuwing Sabado dito lang sa Cool FM. You're listening to Cool FM.
#1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
Good morning, Miss Grace. Tell me about yourself.
Hello po. Graduate po ko sa bungi. Major in bungi. Magna cum bungi. Ako po ay very bungi worker. And I think I can be a great bungi to this company.
Tulad ka ba ni Grace na mas pansin ang bungi kaysa sa credentials?
Miss Bungi, Grace, sa ngayon wala kaming opening. We'll get back to you na lang, ha?
Kung ikaw rin ay may bungi prob sa job hunting, maaari kang mabigyan ng Polydent ng libreng pustiso sa Oplan Balikngiti program. Go to polydentbalikngiti.com now.
Ako si Sistine Fenix, 22. Usa ko ka medical technology student. Permi ko mag-atubang sa computer, sa cellphone, samot na karon na online among classes. Nakasuway ko na magsige headaches, tungod daw na sa eye strains. Nakoy friend na ni-recommend na ko na mag-take og eyeberry kay nakatabang doon niya.
Ang eyeberry ay dietary supplement na may eye bright flower extract at bilberry berries.
So when I tried eyeberry, nilasan jud akong headaches, kaya mas clear akong eyesight. Taghang salamat sa eyeberry. Kaya nakakonsentrate ko maayo sa akong pagtuon.
Ang halagang paalala, ang eyeberry ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Dapat tunayan na, sa panahon ng pinakamatinding pagsubok, dala ni James Roaf ang pagbangon, pag-asa at pagbabago. Nang tinamaan tayo ng matitinding kalamidad, nagpatayo si Roaf ng higit 200,000 bahay at nagbigay ng hanap buhay para sa mga nasakuna. Nang naging kalihim ng turismo si Roaf, higit 5 milyong turista ang bumisita sa Pilipinas at nakalikha ng higit 10,000 trabaho at oportunidad para sa lahat. Leadership, results, integrity. James Roaf, pagbabagong kailangan para sa ating bagong bayan.
There's good and there's finger licking good. There's good and there's finger licking good. It's a taste that you crave, and you taste every day. Nothing comes close, unmatched. Nothing comes close, unmatched. Ito lang ang inaasahan, di nila mapapantayan. Nothing comes close, unmatched. Nothing comes close, unmatched.
Order KFC via the new KFC app today.
Celebrate the lives of your fallen family heroes with the newly opened chapels of Tahanan ng Alaala in Himlayang Pilipino. We offer premium memorial service by providing 24-hour personalized customer care with flexible funeral and chapel accommodation packages. At Himlayang Pilipino, we give honor to the heroes of your lives. For inquiries, you may contact us at 0968-896-4850 or visit us at www.himlayangpilipino.org and follow us on Facebook, Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated, and on Instagram, HPI Memorial Park.
Fresh sa Champion Quick Wash Technology. Less time sa lamada, more time sa pamilya.
Welcome sa Cebuano Amazing World. Dito, all-in ang microfinancial services. OFWs, sakay na! May loan pampagawa ng bahay, pang brand yung motor, o bagong business. Cebuano Amazing! Swak ang microsaving dito. Laging ready with microinsurance. May money transfer, may cash in, cash out, remit to bank, at bills payment. Cebuano Amazing! Pwede rin mag-invest sa gold. May rewards pa! San man sa Pilipinas, basta microfinancial services, all-in dito. Kaya Cebuano Amazing ang life!
Microsavings is a product of Cebuano Lulier Rural Bank. Deposits are insured by PDIC up to 500,000 pesos per depositor. Supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Ang tunay na agapay, ano na party list. Ang tulong ay apat kamay, ano na party list. Ito na ang hinihintay, ano na party list. Oh, ano na. Ano na.
Kamote!
Kamote naman.
Try mo to. Ha? Ang mura naman!
Dito ka na, sa mapapamura ka talaga. Move it. Diskarteng tapat.
Pangarap ay umangat pero minsan ay sanungat. Kabayanin kita sa Ginebra. Ikaw ang inspirasyon. Kahit di madali, katuwang sa bawat sandali. Kabayanin kita sa One Ginebra Nation. Kaya para sa barangay, ako naman magbibigay. Kabayanin tayo, kabayanin kita.
Drink responsibly.
One Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman.
One Pacman Party List. Champion sa sports. Number 22 sa balota.
22 tayo.
Welcome back to koolNews at noon. Philippine Ambassador to the United States Jose Manuel Romeo Altes on Monday maintained that phone hacking in the United States allegedly carried out by Chinese hackers is a known issue, one that even targeted him according to his intelligence sources. Speaking in the forum at the American University School of International Service in Washington last week, Romeo Altes said he had to replace his phone 4 or 5 times after being targeted by the Chinese. Manalas enforce said, "I am not saying that I am the main victim, but I am one of those targeted. I had to change my phone about 4 or 5 times already," adding that he raised the issue with Chinese Ambassador Huang Ziliang during a meeting. "I even told the Chinese ambassador in the Philippines, please stop going through my telephone because I can't afford to keep on buying a phone," Romeo Altes said. The Chinese embassy in Manila, however, denied the statement. With regard to the report of Ambassador Romeo Altes saying he talked to Ambassador Huang about the so-called Chinese hacking his phone, I verified the story with Ambassador Huang. He was surprised by such a story since he hasn't met Ambassador Romeo Altes for a long time. A Chinese embassy official told reporters in a Viber message on Monday. The two ambassadors have never touched upon the so-called Chinese hacking issue, and Ambassador Huang doesn't know where Ambassador Romeo Altes got this story from, the embassy official added. Asked for comment, Romeo Altes told the inquirer that his statement during the forum was made in jest by maintaining that Chinese hackers had indeed targeted him. It was all said in jest. Everyone knows cell phones have been extensively hacked in the United States by Chinese hackers. Our U.S. intelligence friends told me I am one of the targets, he said in a Viber message. Earlier this month, the U.S. Department of Justice said they had deleted a malware known as Block X, which was planted in more than 4,200 computers by a group of criminal hackers backed by the People's Republic of China. According to court documents, the PRC government paid the Mustang Panda Group to, among other computer intrusion service, develop this specific version of Plug X, the U.S. Justice Department said. It noted that since 2014, the hackers had infiltrated thousands of computer systems, targeted U.S. victims as well as European and Asian governments, businesses, and Chinese descent groups. Meanwhile, the number of pre-registered subscriber identity module or SIM cards confiscated by the Philippine National Police in January 2025 more than doubled the total seized in the entirety of 2024, the anti-cybercrime group said. Data released by the ACG on Tuesday showed that the unit seized 7,900 registered SIM cards, a 214.34% increase from the 3,287 SIM registered cards confiscated in 2024. According to the ACG, 38 individuals were arrested in 31 entrapment operations from 21 to 31st to curb the illegal sale of SIM cards. Among those arrested was a minor who was placed under the custody of the Department of Social Welfare and Development. Complaints for violating SIM Registration Act were filed against the suspects. Further, 19 of the cards seized were linked to bank accounts and e-wallets in violation of the Anti-Financial Accounts Scamming Act. We strongly urge the public to refrain from purchasing registered SIM cards and to ensure that their own SIMs are properly registered, the ACG Director Brigadier General Bernard Yang said in a statement on Tuesday. This is a vital step in preventing cyber fraud and safeguarding the public against cyber criminal activities, he added. The Department of Information and Communication Technology previously addressed gaps in implementing the SIM Registration Act, stressing the need for stricter identity verification measures. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has appointed Dr. Edwin Mercado as the new President and Chief Executive Officer of the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth. In a press release on Tuesday, the Presidential Communications Office said Mercado took an oath before Marcos in civil rights in Malacanang earlier that day. Mercado is a United States-trained orthopedic surgeon with 35 years of experience in hospital management. He replaced Emmanuel Ledesma Jr. The PCO said Mercado has been the vice chairman of the Mercado General Hospital Health Network since March 2021. He has demonstrated proven leadership and executive and strategic planning expertise. Under his leadership, Mercado General Hospital Incorporated has expanded into a national chain of healthcare facilities that include 4 general hospitals, 6 multi-specialty clinics, 2 surgery centers, 150 primary care corporate clinics, a college for paramedical professionals, and a physical practice group of 404 doctors. The new PhilHealth chief finished his Doctor of Medicine at the University of the Philippines in 1987 and completed his Master of Medical Science in Global Health Delivery from Harvard Medical School in 2023. Mercado also has an Executive Master's in Healthcare Administration from the University of North Carolina in the U.S. The PCO said Mercado has dedicated his work to ensuring equitable access to quality medical care and leveraging technology to strengthen health systems, particularly in financial management and primary care programs. He did advocacy work with the Sulik Family Foundation and several TVH Centers for Health Development, providing technical assistance to provincial health boards on operationalizing their healthcare provider network, it added. And now into the business. The Bangko Sentro ng Pilipinas approved the grant of additional regulatory relief measures for banks with head office and branches located in areas devastated by powerful storms late last year. In a memorandum signed by Governor Eli Ramonang Jr. on January 30, the BSP said the relief would also apply to banks with end-user borrowers in areas bothered by Tropical Storm Christine and Super Typhoons Leon and Ophel. Eligible banks must notify the BSP through the Supervising Department of the intention to avail the regulatory relief measures. These relief measures are aimed at enabling banks to carry on with their business operations after extreme weather events and extend equivalent financial relief to their affected borrowers, the memo read. The BSP said lenders may avail of the initial regulatory relief package specified in the Manual of Regulations for Banks, like allowing banks to extend financial aid to affected officers and the non-imposition of penalties for delayed submission of reports, among others. But the memo provides enhanced provisions. For one, the recording period of the regulatory relief measures will be on the respective dates of the landfall of the typhoons in affected areas instead of the date of the declaration of state of calamity. For financial assistance provided to typhoon-hit officers, the request also approval of the grant of loans, advance, or any other form of credit communications must be submitted to the BSP on or before March 31st, longer than the usual period of 30 calendar days. Lastly, no penalties will be imposed on legal reserve deficiencies, if any, starting from reserve week of October 18, 2024 up to 6 months thereafter. That is a more relaxed rule compared with the typical provision that only allows such a relief starting from reserve week after the date of declaration of state of calamity. Meanwhile, the BSP said eligible banks may grant a temporary grace period of up to 6 months or shorter to clients affected by the typhoon. Such a relief may cover all outstanding loans with payment of principal and or interest falling due on the date of landfall of the typhoons. The loans will be excluded from the computation of past due and non-performing loans ratios of banks, but such credit will still be subject to potential reporting for supervisory purposes. And in the international side of business, President Donald Trump delayed the start of troops on Mexico and Canada for a month Monday after the U.S. neighbor struck last-minute deals to tighten border measures against the flow of migrants and to drug fentanyl. Global stock markets had slumped as Trump's threat of sweeping 25% levies on exports from Canada and Mexico to the United States sparked fears of a global trade war. But after calls with Trump just hours before the U.S. troops were due to take effect, both Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum struck deals for postponement. Trump said that after very friendly talks with Sheinbaum, he would immediately pause the troops on Mexico and that his counterpart had agreed to send 10,000 troops to the U.S.-Mexican frontier. Tensions appeared higher between the U.S. and Canada, but after two separate calls, Trump later said he was very pleased and was announcing a 30-day halt in the trips. Canada has agreed to ensure we have a secure northern border and to finally end the deadly scourge of drugs like fentanyl that have been pouring into our country, he said. Talks on final deals would continue with both countries, he added. Trudeau said after the good call that Canada deployed nearly 10,000 frontline officers to help secure the border, list drug cartels as terrorists, appoint a fentanyl czar, and crack down on money laundering. It was not clear the real extent of the changes on the Canadian border, given that just this December, authorities said they had already had 8,500 Brazil deployed. Unfortunately, I don't think we have time to cover the last two for the international thing, so we were gonna save it for the evening newscast instead. And now into the entertainment, Barbie, His Sudden Death was mourned by her fans and fellow actors, including her Meteor Garden co-stars Cherry Yang, Ken Chu, and Renee Yang. The stars of the hit 2001 Taiwanese drama series each paid tribute to Hisu through their respective social media pages on Monday, February 3. Yang, who portrayed the love interest of Hisu in the TV series, took to his Chinese social media platform Weibo to pen an open letter to Hisu, whose inspiring words he shared to the public. Thank you for meeting you in your carefree, childish years, the English translation of the actor's post reads. You always said to love every day as if it were your last. I hope this time you will slowly walk away, he continued. From now on, in another world, there will be no troubles and the years will be peaceful. She will remember Hisu by sharing a group photo of him, Hisu, Yang, Vanessa, Wu, and Vic Chu from when they starred in the 2001 TV series. Yang, for her part, wrote via her Instagram stories, "Thank you, I will miss you forever and love you." Yang played the role of Hugh's best friend in Meteor Garden. Several Filipino celebrities, including Alex Gonzaga, Kim Chu, Bella Padilla, Barbie Imperial, and Rabia Mateo, also expressed grief over his passing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 1 minute before 12:30 p.m. and that brings us to the end of koolNews at noon. We will return with more news headlines later at the evening with koolNews at 6 and koolNews Prime Time at 10:30 p.m. You can also send us your comments, suggestions, and feedback through our email at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. Until then, I'm Carol. This has been koolNews at noon. We will see you later at 6 p.m. Good afternoon.